did God create husbands to really be? Hi, I'm Suzette, the Marriage Warrior, and we're going to explain that today to empower you as husbands. The first thing that you need to understand is God created you to be the leader. You are given dominion by God. He gave you dominion over everything. He didn't give it to women. He gave it to you. And when you understand that concept, that He gave you dominion to control everything, you need to learn how to control it. Because if you don't know how to control it, you're going to mess it up. And with that leadership, you're going to destroy it. Because a lot of things depend upon you guys. And you know this, and you feel a burden instead of taking the responsibility of it. You know, when we feel a burden, it's a resistance. It's like we're resisting the things that we really need to do, which causes a lot of people pain. That's where pain is derived from, is resistance. And so if you want to get into the flow of responsibility, it's not going to be painful for you. It's going to be natural because you were born as a leader, as a man. That's what you do naturally, is lead. It's just you got to learn how to take that responsibility. Take it on. It's my responsibility. It's not I'm bad or good. It's just it's my responsibility. And I'm going to take on the leadership responsibility. Now, when a good leader is leading, he is not dominating. He is not taking his authority. He is using his authority to create balance around him. And that's the paradigm shift you guys have to get into to understand the role of leadership. Now, the other thing God created you to be is a protector. You see, you're the overseer to protect from any of the things that are going on that could harm. And you know this about yourself because, the scripture talks about men, that husbands treat your wives with understanding, or your prayers are going to be hindered. Now, let's just break that down a little bit. Treating your wives with understanding is directly connected to your prayer life. That gets a little scary. Because if your wife is not happy with you and you're not knowing even how to address the situation, much less treat it with understanding, yet you're not going to get your prayers answered, what do guys pray about? Y'all pray about provision. Y'all pray about safety. Y'all pray about favor with man. Because all these things help you rule the world. The world is ruled by the things that men are doing in leadership. And although women come into the workplace and we do our parts and we can certainly be independent and make a leadership role for ourselves, it's not that you are dissing women in any way. It is that you were created by God to lead, okay? So a woman can lead, but in a relationship, the women are used to the men leading. And so you have to be able to lead. And then if your prayers are hindered because you're not protecting what you're overseeing, that's a problem. Because you're praying for safety. You're praying for provision, the things that make the world go round. And so those prayers are hindered by you not creating understanding to your wife. I didn't make up the rule. God said it, not me. So take your issues up with God. So how do you create understanding in the marriage? Well, the way you do that is you have to listen first. You have to invite sharing from her, and then you have to provide sharing to her. Then you got to bring y'all to some kind of compromise and be able to lead the train on whatever it is that y'all are compromising for, and then be accountable to that. And that's what treating her with understanding is. Treating her with understanding is not giving her way. You think that I just give her away and she'll shut up. She's just going to harbor resentment inside towards you. And then you're going to feel the tension, and then you're going to start to feel inadequate and powerlessness and all those feelings that came way back here in your childhood that you're bringing back into your marriage because she's expecting you to be a leader. The other thing God created husbands to be is to be the strength. You are the pillar of your family. Don't act like a child. You're the pillar. And when you're the pillar and you know you're the strength and the backbone of the family, you're going to act like it. But when you're not understanding you're the strength in that family, you're going to act rebellious or resentful or even resistant to things that she's asking you to do. If your wife is asking you to do a lot, it's probably because you are not in the role of the leader, because she's trying to teach you how to lead. That's not a role you want her in, and it's not a role she desires to be in. She desires to be the wife of the leader, but she has to feel that she can trust the way in which you lead. If you feel that you're getting help by some of the videos that I'm doing for you guys to empower husbands, please like and share and subscribe to the channel, because I want to know more of the content that you guys want me to address. So just leave a comment and I will be glad to speak on this subject, because I have been able to be privileged to help a lot of couples, and mostly the men, learn how to lead, and they feel this thriving in their relationships, and not only their relationships, but within themselves, because they are operating in the way God created them to operate. I'm Suzette, the Marriage Warrior. I hope you enjoy this video.